Well, hey guys, I hope your week is going well. It's the end of the day and I am doing a little tidying up, decluttering, my favorite pastime. I just mixed up some of that Stevia diet hot chocolate that I get on iHerb. This is the same mug that I used this morning for my coffee. And I didn't even bother to wash off the coffee stains, but that's what kind of morning it was. A gulp and go. Anyways, like I said, I'm doing a lot of decluttering and I do this probably monthly, go through stuff. I don't like keeping excess things around that I don't use and that have no purpose. So I'm very selective about what I bring in, what I buy, what I acquire, and I make sure that if I'm not using something, I do my best to find it a good home. Skincare is something that I seem to be acquiring a lot of and have more so since starting this YouTube channel than ever before. So I have a lot of products that I cannot possibly use, and so this is something that I do. I go through them, and stuff that has not been opened or is gently used, I donate to an organization called Project Beauty Share. This is not sponsored or anything like that. I found them out of desperation to try and find a good way to get rid of skincare products. They will take new and gently used products and disperse them to shelters and organizations that work with getting women who may be overcoming addiction or homelessness or situations of domestic abuse, getting them these personal care products. They take things like, of course, sunscreen, which is awesome, deodorants. Their only rule, or kind of one of their restrictions, is that if things are in jars or tubs, it has to be brand new. But otherwise, they will take stuff that you've only used once or twice. So like I said, I go through stuff episodically and send a box to them. If you live in Washington or Idaho, I believe, they have drop-off locations. Otherwise, you can just mail it in. So it's very convenient for me. And yeah, it's a good way to declutter things, particularly if you buy a sunscreen and you hate the way it looks on your skin. I mean, find it a good home. A lot of donation centers, secondhand stores, they won't take personal care products, but this organization does. So anyways, I thought it'd be fun to do a little skincare declutter video, couple of videos, because I have a lot, and just show you guys what I am donating and kind of chit chat briefly about each little thing and go from there. So let me know what you guys think. But alright, so first up I have a brand new in pump Aveeno Skin Relief 24-hour moisturizing lotion. This is a wonderful body moisturizer. You can also use this on the face. Its principal ingredient is a skin protectant called dimethicone that I love. I have a video talking about silicones and skincare. Dimethicone is one, but they are wonderful ingredients and function well to help slow down transepidermal water loss. And this is a fantastic product. It's great on the body and the face. And I like to put it on wet skin to really seal in transepidermal water loss. So I'm going to donate that. And along that vein, I also really love, you guys see, Lipicare by La Roche-Posay. This is their moisturizing cream. This product is a shea butter based body moisturizer, which is a great occlusive moisturizing ingredient. I really enjoy this one. It is fragrance free. It's a little on the pricey side. But anytime I go to a dermatology meeting, I seem to acquire a new one of these, and I have several. So this definitely needs a home, and anybody would be well served with this. It's great, again, for not only the body, but also the face as an everyday day and nighttime moisturizer. If you use it during the daytime, make sure you let it dry and put a moisturizing sunscreen on over top. So I really enjoy that one. Then this is a product that I love. This is another one that I always seem to acquire, and I personally use a ton of it, but it needs a good home because I have several tubes, and this one hasn't even been taken out of the box. It's the Neutrogena Norwegian Formula Fragrance-Free Hand Cream. This is a great occlusive hand moisturizer that I strongly recommend, and it is non-irritating, fragrance-free, and the nice thing about this is when you put it on your hands, it absorbs fairly rapidly and does not leave any sticky residual on your hands. So for those of you who have to wash your hands frequently for either your occupation or maybe you have young children that you're cleaning up after a fair amount, this is a good one to have in your back pocket and keep putting on your hands to minimize the damage of washing your hands so much. All right, and then I've mentioned before, I had laser hair removal on my legs several years ago, so I really don't have to shave my legs that often, maybe once a month, just to kind of touch up some of the fuzz that's still left behind. But I don't shave my legs that often, and when I do, I just use like a little bit of conditioner or something like that. But I acquired this therapeutic shave gel, and this is a great fragrance-free body, I almost said body moisturizer, fragrance-free shave gel. It's wonderful for the face, and it has a little bit of aloe leaf juice in it. I have a video talking about aloe and aloe extracts, so check that out if you're curious about that ingredient. But it is it has wonderful moisturizing properties as well as anti-inflammatory, and it has a little bit of natural salicylic, aloe has a little bit of natural salicylic acid to it that can be helpful in, as this product claims, reducing razor bumps. So that's a good one for somebody. And then another Aveeno product that I love is their Eczema Therapy Moisturizing Cream. This is a colloidal oatmeal star that also has ceramides in it. This is a great body moisturizer, and I won't show you guys what it looks like because it's brand new and it's got the seal on it. But this you can actually put on your face as well. I love this one. It's a little lighter than the Eczema Therapy Balm. If you've ever used that, I recommend that as well. But this one's a little lighter. Now, this is a product that I don't necessarily adore by Aveeno, but it gets the job done. The reason I don't adore it is because it has fragrance in it. This is an everyday SPF 30 moisturizer that is just a chemical sunscreen. So this is a good option, aside from the fragrance, for an everyday moisturizer for a variety of skin types. This, because it's a chemical sunscreen, it won't leave behind a white cast. The nice thing about the Aveeno Positively Radiant series is that they contain soybean seed extract, which is a botanic ingredient that can be helpful for brightening and for hyperpigmentation concerns. And then you guys know I love to use a gel humectant underneath my, I'm gonna focus here, a gel humectant underneath moisturizers for a little bit of added hydration. These types of products work really well under moisturizers around the eyes for brightening up the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines. And this is a product that you guys know I love. It's the Red Earth Water Cream. It has a ceramide in it, so it's helpful for restoring the skin barrier. This also kind of scatters light, and therefore can just kind of by an optical illusion improve the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines. So I really like that one. So you guys know I don't use micellar waters, and I really don't recommend them because while they're phenomenal at breaking up makeup and sunscreen for cleansing purposes, they can leave behind kind of an irritating film. There are many out there on the market, many of which have fragrance in them. And so the way I recommend using them is just to break up the makeup if you're somebody who wears heavy foundation, or you want to use it for sunscreen removal, but then wash it off with a gentle cleanser. I have a smaller bottle of this I haven't even cracked into, so I'm never going to open, I'm never going to use this, and so it hasn't been opened. I'm going to go ahead and pop that in, but this is a Bioderma one. This is one that I actually prefer over some of the others. It's fragrance free and pretty nice, and does a good job, at least in my experience, taking off water resistant sunscreen. All right, next up, I'm hopeful that the individual that acquires this will give it a college whirl, but we all know that this particular sunscreen, if you saw my high protection mineral sunscreen video, it does leave a pretty striking cast. But this is a great choice for people who may be working outdoors and need a good water resistant sunscreen. They have sensitive skin. This is mineral only, just zinc oxide, and while it does leave a cast, it blends onto the skin very comfortably and is easy to wear. And this is one that if the woman, you know, maybe she has young children, she can also feel comfortable putting this on her kids as well. So I love this one, and I hope it gets the use that it needs. I mentioned the Aveeno Eczema Therapy Balm as another one that I really like, that's similar to the Eczema Therapy Lotion, that is a little bit more occlusive. Focus. This product's a little more occlusive than the lotion. This too works really well on the face. It's a little heavier, but this is wonderful as a nighttime moisturizer. Soaks in the skin well and doesn't leave any sticky residual behind. These are the Neutrogena fragrance-free makeup remover wipes. If you have to use a makeup remover wipe, these are pretty good. They, you know, in my experience, I didn't have great success taking water-resistant sunscreen off with these, but everybody says how much they love them as far as taking off foundation and stuff. So if you want to use a makeup wipe, this is one that I recommend. And the only thing I would say is just wash your face with a gentle cleanser after you wipe off. After you put the wipe to work. That way you remove any potential irritating residual that this could leave behind. I love this. You guys know it's one of my favorites, CeraVe AM. This is a combination sunscreen that leaves very minimal cast. It's a nice everyday moisturizer, and has ceramides, which are great for restoring the skin barrier. And it also has niacinamide, which is helpful for redness. I've used this for many years now, and it's always a favorite. It does pill quite a bit, though, unfortunately, with makeup, but I find it works well and like it. A CeraVe product that also is new in box that maybe somebody will love more than I did. It doesn't necessarily have any problematic ingredients, but I reviewed this for you guys. It's a hydrating hyaluronic acid serum. So this is just a very, very lightweight moisturizer is really what this is. And it has panthenol in it as well as hyaluronic acid. So humectant in there, and it's just a very lightweight kind of watery moisturizer. I found that personally this actually pilled quite a bit on my face. But some of you say you love putting it on your face as a makeup primer. So maybe, you know, somebody who wears makeup, will really enjoy this and get some use out of it. I have another Lipicare AP balm here. This is just the tube variety. So that one, that's the same as the pump that I showed earlier. So I will be sending that on its way. And then I reviewed for you guys the QV products from Australia, Ego QV. And one of the products I recommended and reviewed was the Gentle Wash. I have another never opened bottle here. This is a great face and body wash. This needs to go to somebody who will use it and needs it. I don't need it, in other words. Focus. It is the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Dry Touch SPF 100 Plus with Helioplex. This is a chemical sunscreen. Neutrogena does a pretty good job stabilizing their avobenzone with this Helioplex, but it stings like none other. That I have found. Anytime I use a Neutrogena chemical sunscreen, their Helioplex stings like the dickens. But no cast on this one whatsoever. So if the individual is bought that, you know, that zinc sunscreen I showed you guys, that leaves a significant cast, this on the other hand leaves none. This is an SPF of 100 plus. So that really is no different than like an SPF 30 as far as UVB protection and the ability of the sunscreen to protect you from a burn. The nice thing, however, about going higher is that higher compensates for inadequate application. So you need to apply sunscreen to a sufficient density to get to the SPF on the label. And most people, on average, apply a third of what they need to. And studies have shown that using a very high SPF sunscreen kind of compensates for that. They tend to be more expensive, but you know, it's not as though they're not offering anything with the SPF 100. All right, and now this is a product that I really love, and it's pretty good. It's just expensive, and I can never justify buying it, but I got it at a meeting. I was gifted it by the Neutrogena reps. And this is a fragrance-free cleansing lotion that is pretty similar to Dr. Sam's cleanser, and which I also have here and will be sending on its way because like I said, I'm not using it, so it needs a good home. But these both have polyoxymers in them, which are kind of nice skin conditioning agents in gentle cleansers. Then it goes without saying that I absolutely adore CeraVe's moisturizing cream, and this is a travel sample of a ceramide-based moisturizer that has not been opened. And they would, by the way, they do take tubes that have been opened. Then I have here a Paula's Choice sunscreen that will hopefully find a good home. This is Paula's Choice mineral sunscreen that is SPF 30. This has a very respectable cast. It's about a 2, so it's a workable cast. And this is wonderful for those of you with issues surrounding redness. I believe it has green tea in it, which is calming. I've always enjoyed this Paula's Choice Calm Sunscreen, so that's going to find a home. I'm a little more confident than that one will go over well with somebody who's new maybe to sunscreen. So sunscreens for the face and body, they don't stay on or do well or set up particularly properly on the lips. So you need a separate sunscreen for your lips. This is my absolute favorite lip sunscreen. Vanny Cream, it is a mineral sunscreen that is fragrance free and fantastic moisturizing sunscreen. It's got dimethicone, that skin protectant in it. While this leaves a cast on your lips, it kind of gives them this like glowy pink luminosity. If you wear a lipstick, you might also really like this. I find a lot of people are like, this does leave a cast, but it looks kind of good. I think it looks good. Very, very low irritation. This gives really good protection of your lips. You absolutely need a lip SPF. This is my #1 must have. I've got so many though that I want to give, you know, and I can always buy my own. I have 3 right here. I don't need 3 in my sitting around. I'll just buy another one when I need one, but these 3, they need homes now. This is a K-Beauty product that I really enjoy. This is the CosRX PHA Moisture Renewal Power Cream. This has polyhydroxy acids in it. Polyhydroxy acids are phenomenal humectants. They are even gentler than alpha hydroxy acids, which also function as humectants. They, of all acid humectant / exfoliants, are some of the most well tolerated by people with sensitive rosacea prone skin. Alright, so I reviewed this for you guys in my sulfur video. This is fantastic. This is a sulfur mask, 5%, that has a little bit of kaolin, which can help mop up sebum and oil. And it's very gentle and easy to tolerate. So again, this is something that whoever face it winds up on, I feel good will be low likelihood to cause them problems. Now, one thing that people detest about American sunscreens is that the mineral ones leave a terrible cast, and the chemical ones tend to burn and sting and just be foul. But you guys know I love Japanese sunscreens, and Hada Labo is a fantastic one. The Hada Labo sunscreens are a nice gel vehicle, so great for hair bearing areas, 0 cast, and easy to cope with. These are very beginner friendly sunscreens, so that's why I'm happy to include them in here. They need a home. They're chemical sunscreens, so they have a shelf life, so I definitely won't get to them, and they need a home. So one more product is a product, Freederm's Night Serum. I've actually not reviewed this for you guys. It is a nice lightweight moisturizer. I happen to have 2 of them. I ordered one on Amazon UK, and then I think a kind viewer sent me one. I'm using one of them, and then this is the one I think I ordered. And so this is just a nice lightweight, oil-free, everyday, nighttime moisturizer. Fantastic for people with acne-prone, oily skin. Definitely recommend it. So that's going in. So I don't have my lights set up over here in this little corner that I have made a home in, and the sun is going to start going down. So I think I'm going to conclude the video here, but comment below and if you like this type of video, because I have quite a stockpile of products to go through. So comment below and if you would like to see more of these types of videos. That way I can kind of share stuff with you that I may never necessarily care to strongly recommend but needs a home. So yeah, comment below if you like this video. Thanks for sticking around and decluttering with me. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.